Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Collab.
This week we're going to give you even more reasons to be glued to your phone.
Hey Righty! We all know how boring it can get when you're the first one to show up to a place and your friends are all running late because they thought your plans were at 8 instead of 7:30. But thanks to technology today, we have so many different games we can store on our phones to keep us occupied that sometimes we don't even realize when our friends are walking through the door. So to continue with my trend of bringing you my top 3 lists, I'm going to share with you the 3 games that take up all of my time these days. Number 1, Trivia Crack. This game is by far one of the most addicting games I've ever played. It's almost as bad as Flappy Bird, and we all know how crazy people got over that game. Once you spin the handle, it randomly lands on a category like sports, entertainment, and science, and you have one chance to answer the question correctly. If you're wrong, it's the other person's turn. But if you're right, after you answer correctly 3 times, you have the chance to unlock one of the emojis. Once you collect all of the small emojis, you win the game. But let me just warn you, for those who haven't signed up for this game yet, once you start, it'll be really hard to put your phone down. Number 2, Heads Up. I'm sure we all know this game, and I still love playing this game when I get together with my friends because it's hysterical seeing everyone get up and act out the words or phrases. But the best part about this game is watching the recording of all your friends looking goofy, since your friends probably don't realize how weird they look. I also played this with my dad, and for those of you who know JJ, let me just tell you, I was in tears from laughing so hard. And number 3, Crossy Road. It's similar to several games that were popular a few years back, but the goal of this one is to get the chicken to cross the street safely without getting run over by a car or a train. It's a lot calmer than the first 2 games that I think on this list, but I think it's just as entertaining. To be completely honest, this is probably much more appropriate to play when you're waiting for your friends at a restaurant, since it doesn't require any jumping or yelling.
Picture this, you're on a run, cell phone in hand, blasting Rihanna through your earphones, and then suddenly, a Whole Foods. Your heart stops, probably because it's the first run you've been on in 9 weeks, but hey, we're not here to judge. Thanks to Apple Pay, you may have a good excuse to end the run early, because all you need to go inside and get 3 serving sizes of mac and cheese from the home style section is your phone. Led by Whole Foods customers, before the end of 2014, Apple Pay had already accounted for 1% of digital payment dollars, which smart people tell me is a good indicator that Apple Pay is being quickly adopted by the general consumer. Before mobile payment solutions, I had to carry around my wallet to buy anything and everything. And there are some other things that my phone can do now that it couldn't before. Phoebe, or Katy Perry, recently showed me the coolest app I've seen in a long time. If This, Then That. Affectionately called IFTTT, the app has a variety of tech recipes that makes your phone do something if something else happens. For example, I get an iMessage if it's going to start raining. Android users can have their wallpaper automatically change to the NASA astronomy picture of the day. It can mute your ringer when you get to class and unmute it when you leave. Possibilities are endless. Browse more recipes or create your own. Does that girl on Instagram really look like that? Nah. Check out how an app can transform your ugliest selfie. Photoshop at your fingertips.
So beautiful, and I tell her every day. Yeah, I know, when I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face, there's not a
If you know anything about me, you know that when I'm not eating Cheetos in bed, ow, I'm running. So this week I decided to show you some of my favorite running apps that help add variety to your 5K. Make sure you follow us on Twitter so that you can hear us roar. Follow us on Instagram because we're California girls. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it's your teenage dream